Okay. 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 Good morning. Today we will see non-deterministic finite state machine. Non-deterministic finite state machine, that is NDFSM or NDFA, means non-deterministic finite automata, or simply NFA. Okay, now look at this diagram. Here you can see we have three states: Q0, Q1, Q2, and initial state is Q0 and the final state is Q2, and the different inputs you can see are 0 and 1. Okay, now here in this machine, if the machine is at Q0, if input 1 is applied, what is the output state? Hello, please, anybody respond? Is my voice is audible? Anyone, please? Is visible or not visible? Screen is not visible. Okay, okay. Now, now is this visible? Okay. Now we are today we deal with non-deterministic finite state machine (NDF), non-deterministic finite state machine (NDFSM), or NDFA, non-deterministic finite automata, or simply NFA. Okay, look at this diagram. We have three states: Q0, Q1, Q2, and initial state is Q0, and the final state is Q2, and the inputs are 0 and 1. Okay. Now, if the machine is at Q0, if the machine is at Q0, if input 1 is applied, what is the output state? If the machine is at Q0, if input 1 is applied, what is the output state? That is Q2. Yes, good, Q2. Okay, now my question is, if the machine is at Q0, if input 0 is applied, what is the output state? Here, the machine can go to Q0. You can see that the machine can go to Q0, means it can remain in the same state, or it may go to Q1. This is 0, guys. This is okay. Now tell me, if the machine is at Q0, if input 0 is applied, what is the output state? So the machine Q0 and 0, it can remain in the same state, or it may goes to Q1. So in this case, means whenever the machine is in Q0, if input 0 is applied, the machine cannot determine uniquely to which state to go. It may remains in same state Q0, or it may goes to state Q1. This is NDFA, or simply NFA, non-deterministic finite automata. So remember this point: at any state, for any input, if there are more than one output states, here see Q0 on 0, it can go to Q0 or it can go to Q1. It has multiple output states. So this is called NFA. Okay, now, so here I'll do some change. Now tell me, now look at this one. If the machine is at Q0, if input 0 is applied, what is the output state? In this case, if Q0, if the machine is in Q0, if input 0 is given, the machine goes to Q1. Okay, there is no other option. So Q0 on 1, it goes to Q2. You can see here, Q0 on 1, it goes to Q2. Q0 on 0, Q1, it is a single. Similarly, Q1 on 0, Q2. Q1 on 1 also single. Q2 on 1 is also single. Now tell me guys, now can we say this machine as a DFA, deterministic finite automata, or is this machine still NFA? Please respond anybody. My question is, here I have deleted I have removed the Q0 on 0 transition. So here Q0 on 0 is only one state Q1. Earlier it was two states. Now it is only one state. Now by observing this entire diagram, so will you say it is DFA or still NFA? Someone has given that answer DFA. DFA. Hmm? Okay, all of you saying DFA. No, still it is NFA. Still it is NFA. Why? Because suppose the machine is at state Q2. Okay, if input 0 is applied, what is the output state? Can the machine, yes, good. Someone has written Q2 on 0 is absent. Okay, Q2 on 0, it is undefined. In this diagram, Q2 on 0 is undefined. Here, it is undefined. So, when it is undefined, the machine cannot determine where to go. So, it will be stopped, it will be stuck. So, whenever at any state for any input, if it is undefined, that machine is also set to be NFA. It is not a DFA. So, clearly, do you understand? So at any state for any input, if it has multiple output states, or at any state for any input, if it is undefined, in all these cases we will call it as NFA. Okay, I'm drawing the previous diagram. So earlier Q0 on 0, it is Q0, Q0 on 0 also Q1. And okay, copy this diagram. Okay, now just hold on. Now, so finally, I think you understood this one. So what is NFA? NFA is a finite automata. At any state for any input, it may be defined. Example, Q2 on 0 is undefined. It may be defined or may not be defined. If it is defined, it may have only one output state. Okay, or it may have more than one output state or one output state. Okay, one or more than one. Now, what is the definition of an NFA? It is a phi tuple. It is a phi tuple Q, this one, sigma del Q naught F. I repeat, it is a phi tuple Q sigma del Q naught F. Q. What is Q? Q is finite non-empty set of states. I repeat, Q is finite non-empty set of states. This means you can take any number of states in the finite automata, but that number must be countable. We have discussed it earlier yesterday. Okay. Now, and non-empty, minimum one state must be there. If there is no state, no meaning to the automata. And in automata, minimum one state has to be there. So Q is finite non-empty set of state. And sigma, finite set of inputs. The number of inputs must be finite, or it can be empty also. Sigma can be empty. Now, tell me the transition function. The transition function describes the change of the states. Describe the change of the states during a transaction. Means when a transaction occurred, on which state, on which input, to which state to go. This entire information is given in trans function. And Q naught is the initial state. Okay. And here we have taken only one initial state. An automata may have more than one initial states also. An automata may have more than one initial states also. Okay. And NFA, here I have taken only one initial state. Compulsory minimum one initial state has to be there. There may be more than one. And F is the set of final states. F is the set of final states. It can be 0 or more. Means an NFA may or may not have the final state. If it has the final states, it may have one or more than one. Okay, na? That's the reason I wrote F subset are equal to Q. This part, F subset are equal to Q. Now, Everything is cleared except this trans function. Set of states, set of inputs, and this is initial state and final state. What is the trans function? What is the trans function? It describes on which state, on which input, to which state to go. Okay. Now, suppose the machine is in some state. Okay, let it be Qi. If you give some input in NFA, it may be defined or may not be defined. If it is defined, it may have one or more than one. So that is the reason the trans function, it takes the state. State is from Q. It takes the input. Input is from sigma. Based on that, it will give the next output state. Next output state may be defined or may not be defined. So if it is defined, it may have more than one. So that is the reason I wrote 2 power Q. This is 2 power Q. 2 power Q is the power set of Q. 2 power Q means power set of Q. What is the meaning of power set of Q? The set of all subsets of Q. The set of all subsets of Q. Okay. Now, this is the definition of the N of A. And this is the example of N of A. If you want to copy, just copy. Shall I continue or you are copying? If anybody is copying, say yes. Otherwise, I'll go forward. Okay. Noted, huh? Okay. And this structure, have you noted this structure? Okay. Now, deterministic finite state machine, DFSM. This is very important concept, NFA and DFK. Deterministic finite state machine, DFSM. It is also a phi tuple. It is also a phi tuple. Q, Q, sigma, del, Q naught, F. Q, as usual, finite non-empty set of state, this one. Sigma, as usual, finite set of inputs. It may be empty. Are you following? Sigma can be empty, means without final state, without inputs also we can consider the automata. And Q is the finite non-empty set of inputs, means minimum one state has to be there and number of states must be countable. And this is the trans function we will see later. And initial state, Q naught is the initial state. In DFA, we will take only one initial state. Remember this point. In the DFA, we will take only one initial state. If there are more than one initial state, it will be considered as a NFA. And this is F, set of final states. Set of final states may be 0 or more. A DFA is also can have 0 or more final states. Remember this point. If there are no final states, don't misunderstand that it is not a DFA. Either NFA or DFA, it may have or may not have, the final states. Okay. So I repeat, Q is the set of states, sigma is the set of inputs, Q naught is the initial state, only one, and F is the set of final states, maybe 0 or more. Here, the important thing is this del, transition function. Okay. In the DFA, if the machine is at any state, suppose the machine is in at some state, Qi, suppose, okay, if you give some input symbol J, after taking this input symbol, definitely the machine will go to one state. Means clearly I tell you, at any state for any input, in the case of DFA, compulsorily it will be defined. So in Qi on J, it will go to some other state, or it may remain in the same state also. Okay, let it be, it is going to Qk. Whereas in the case of NFA, in QI on input J, it may be defined or may not be defined. But in the case of DFA, definitely it will be defined, and definitely it will be only one output state. Whereas in the case of NFA, it may have more than one output states. Okay, in DFA, every state will be defined for every input and it will have only one output state. Is it clear? Next. Okay. Now look at this diagram. Q0, Q1, Q2 are the states and inputs are 0 and 1. Initial state is Q0, the final state is Q2. Okay. Q0 on 0, it has defined. And Q0 on 1, Q0 on 1 also defined. Now, again, Q0 on 0, how many output states are there? Only one output state. Q0 on 1, only one. Means Q0 on 1, it will go to Q1. When the machine is in Q0, if input 1 is applied, it will go to only Q1 state. Okay, it cannot go to any other state. So it has only one output state. At the same time, Q0 and 0, there also it will have only one output state. Similarly, Q1 is defined for 0, that is Q2, Q1 on 1, that is Q1, Q2 on 0, Q1, Q2 on 1, Q0. So in this diagram, every state has defined for every input, and at every state, for every input, it has single output state. Therefore, this is a DFA. Okay, so that is at any state. What is the trans function? It takes the state Q, it takes the input sigma, and it gives the next state. Next state can be one of the state from Q. So Q cross sigma into Q. This is the mapping. So I'll go back to the structure. So Q set of states, set of inputs, del trans function. It takes Q cross sigma into Q, initial state and final state. This is the example for DFA. Just copy this one. Okay. Now, then what is the difference between this transition function in for DFA and the other automatas? So here it must satisfy the two conditions. A finite automata is said to be DFA. I repeat, a finite automata is said to be DFA if it satisfies the following two conditions. If it satisfies the following two conditions. Okay, this is important point. What are they? I already explained you. In DFA, every state must be defined for every input. Suppose if you define for 0, so Q0 on 0, you must define for this. Means it must go to some state, maybe the same state or some other state. Okay, let it be Q1. And so every state must be defined for every input and it must have single output state. These are the two conditions. I repeat, a finite automata is said to be DFA if it satisfies the following two conditions. First one, every state must be defined for every input. Every state must be defined for every input. This one. Every state must be defined for every input. Every state must be defined for every input. That is the first condition. And second condition, at every state, for every input, it must have a single output state. It must have a single output state. If it satisfies these two conditions only, then only we can say the automata is a DFA. Okay, two conditions must be satisfied. Do you understand? Okay, so any finite automata is said to be DFA if every state is defined for every input, and at every state for every input if there is a single output state. Okay, now look at this. Now look at this. You just tell me I'll draw one diagram. Okay, let the name of the state is Q0 and the name of the state is Q1. Okay, now I say this is a NFA. What do you say? Yes or no? Observe this and observe this red color diagram only. I say this is NFA. What do you say? Come on, only one has replied. So can you use your voice chat whenever I ask the questions instead of sometimes you can use your voice also. Hello. Do you have that option? Audio is disabled. Okay. Okay. Then how can you ask the questions, doubts? Okay, we will see later. Chat only. Okay, we'll clear. Okay, I'll talk to the faculty viewers, sir. Okay. Okay, we'll see the option. Okay, leave that now. Now, look at this. We have two states, Q0 and Q1. Two inputs, 0 and 1. Here, I haven't defined the final states. Of course, we don't bother about the final states in the case of NFA and DFA. When the final state must be there, when you are accepting some strings, then only we require the final state. Okay, even though final state are not there, no problem. It can be either DFA and it can be NFA. It can be the DFA if it satisfies the following two conditions. Now look at me. Here, look at the screen. Q0 on 0, is it defined or not? Of course, defined. Q0 on 1, also defined. Q0 on 0 single, Q0 on 1 also single. Q1 on 0 single, Q1 on 1 also single. So the two states here, the two states are defined for both 0 and 1. The first condition is defined and it's satisfied. Here the first condition is satisfied. And next one. At every state, the second condition, at every state for every input, it has single output state. Q0 on 0 single, Q0 on 1 single, Q1 on 0 single, Q1 on 1 also single. So this is a DFA. This is a DFA 100%. Now, what is my question? Is this NFA or not? Yes, of course. Every finite automata is NFA. For NFA, there are no rules, no conditions. If it is a finite automata, that's enough. Every finite automata is NFA. Yes, this is the finite automata. That is the reason it is NFA. Are you clear? So note this point. Every finite automata is NFA. Now, Actually, this is the DFA because it is satisfying the both the rules. What are they? Every state is different for every input, and at every state for every input it is having single output state. So this is DFA and also NFA. So that is the reason I'll write 1 point here. You can make it as a note. Note. Every DFA. This is the DFA. Every DFA is also NFA. Every DF is also NFA. Okay, now just hold on. Now look at this. Tell me, look at this diagram. Is this diagram is DFA? Is this finite automata is DFA? Okay. This one, not a DFA. Good. What about the others? Are you following? Not a DFA. Good, good. It is not a DFA because if you observe here, Q1 on 1, Q1 on 1, it may remains in the same state or it may goes to Q0. So Q1 on 1, if the machine is in Q1, if input 1 is applied, it may goes to Q1, it may remains in Q1 or it may goes to Q0. It has multiple output states. For this reason, this is not a DFA. This is not the DFA. Then it is a finite automata and every finite automata is NFA. So this is NFA, but not a DFA. So that is the reason I repeat, this is NFA but not DFA. That is the reason every DFA is NFA, but every NFA is not a DFA. I repeat here. So please, do you have any doubt? Every DFA is NFA. Here I wrote, but every NFA is not a DFA. So note this point. Every DF is NFA, but every NFA is not. Every DFA is NFA, but every NFA is not DFA. Okay? This is the example. This is the NFA, but not DFA. Okay? Now, guys, this is NFA, but not DFA. Okay, anyhow, for this NFA, we can construct an equivalent DFA. Okay, means if an NFA is given, for that NFA, we can construct equivalent DFA. That part we will see now. So construct, take the heading. If you are following, taking the notes, construction of a DFA for the given NFA. Take the heading, construction of a DFA for the given NFA. Now, till now, if you have any doubts, please ask me. Okay, anyhow, voice chat is compulsory, must be there. So I'll ask your main concerned faculty. I don't know in this WebEx is option is there or not for the attendance. Okay, otherwise we'll go for other Google Meet or what. Everything you cannot ask through chat. It is difficult to ask your doubt clearly using the chat. Okay, voice chat must be there. Now, so we'll, okay, If anybody has any doubt, I will repeat this point. Otherwise, I'll go ahead. Okay? If you don't give a reply, I'll go ahead. If anyone has any doubt, please ask using the chat. Okay, I'm going forward. Now, the concept is we are constructing a DFA equivalent to the given NFA. Now, take the question. Convert the following NFA into DFA. Convert the following NFA into DFA. This is the question. Okay. Now, look at this. Here, the states are Q0 and Q1. Q0 and Q1, and inputs are 0 and 1. 0 and 1. Now tell me, by looking at this table, can you say that is this NFA or DFA? By looking at the table, can you say that NFA or DFA? NFA is good. Okay, I'll tell you. Here in this table, the states are Q0, Q1, initial state is Q0 and the final state is Q1, and inputs are 0 and 1. If the machine is in Q0, if input 0 comes, it will remain in the same state. But if the machine is in Q0, if the machine is in Q0, if input 1 is applied, it may goes to Q0 or it may goes to Q1. So it has multiple output states. So for this reason, it is not a DFA, it is an NFA. Now for this NFA, we construct an equivalent DFA. Now how to construct that? I'll explain table as well as diagram. Here, whatever the initial state given in the NFA, what is the initial state here? Q0. The same will be the DFA, the same will be the initial state in the DFA also. I repeat, whatever the initial state given in the NFA, the same will be the initial state in DFA also. Now, so here this is the diagram I'm taking. I'm writing constructing diagram. Q0 is the state and Q0 is the initial state. Now, look at this NFA. Q0 has defined for input 0 and it is having single output state only. So every state must be defined and every state must have single output. Yes, this is valid in the case of DFA. So Q0 on 0, the output is Q0 and it is single. So this is valid in the case of DFA. Now, Q0 on 1, Q0 on 1. If you go to that and given question NFA, it has multiple output states. So this is not valid in the case of DFA. So in the case of DFA, we must have single state. So I am taking Q0 on 1. I am defining as Q dash. Don't write this one, just listen. So Q0 on 1, it is going to single state Q dash. Okay. Q0 on 1, it is going to single state Q dash. Okay. Q0 on 1. Now, the naming you can take anything. You can name any when you are naming the states. You can name with any name. Okay, Q dash or Q3 or Q4, or you can name your name whatever. But to make the further construction easy, instead of naming it as Q dash, I named this state like this. To make the further construction easy, I'm changing the name. Okay. Now go back to this NFA. I'm repeating. I'm repeating. Q naught on input 1, it is having multiple output states which is invalid, whereas in the given and in the DFA, whatever we are constructing, Q0 on 1, we are going to single state. No doubt this is a single state. Okay, instead of naming this state Q as Q dash, I will name it as, you can come back to the NFA. Q0 and 1, it is going to both Q0 and Q1. Okay, so for this reason, Q0 and 1, whatever the state we have taken here, we will name it as Q0, Q1. Okay, Q0, Q1 to make the further construction easy. The purpose here, I repeat this point only one time. Q0 and 1 in the given NFA, it is going to multiple states Q0 and Q1. Whereas in the DFA, it is going to only one state, and the name of this state, I named it as Q0 and Q1, this combination. Okay, now? So that is here, I'm writing Q0 and Q1. Okay, don't misunderstand that these are the two states. No, it is a single state, but name is Q0, Q1. Okay, we have started with initial state. Whatever the initial state in the given NFA, that initial state only you have to take here. So, okay. Now, whatever we get, we will take the new states, whatever, okay, repeat. Here, we continue this construction by taking whatever the new states we get here. Here, the states we got are, one is Q0 and the other one is Q0, Q1. This Q0 already we have defined. And what is the other state? Q0, Q1. So for that, you must define. Okay, whatever the states we are getting, we will consider them only, and we must define for that state at 0 and input 1. So I am taking the state Q0 and Q1. Okay, this state is the new state we got. This state must be defined for 0 and this state must be defined for 1. Okay, now Q0, Q1 on 0. Where shall we go? Where shall we go? That depends on the NFA. This is the state combination of, this is the single state, a combination of both Q0 and Q1. So for this reason, we must go to this NFA. We are defining for input 0. So for this reason, go to Q0 on input 0. Q0 on input 0. What is the output? Q0. Okay. And Q0 on 0 is Q0. Now Q1 on 0 is what? Also Q0. I repeat, this state we are defining for input 0. Okay, this is the combination of both Q0 and Q1. For that reason, I am going to the NFA. NFA, Q0 on 0 is Q0. Q1 on 0, Q0. Then what is the 2? That is only Q0. So in this state, if 0 is applied, it will go to Q0. Okay. So we have defined for 0 at this state. Now here 1 is applied. Where shall we go? So this is the combination of Q0 and Q1. So for this reason, we must go to the NFA. Now Q0, Q1. Q0 on 1. Q0 on 1 is Q0 and Q1. and Q1 on 1 is Q1. Then what is the combination of these all states? That is Q0, Q1. So in this state, in DFA, if 1 is applied, it remains in the same state only. So Q0, Q1 on 1, Q0, Q1 only. So this is. Now, this is the DFA. In this DFA, what is the new state we got? What is the new state? There is no new state. Only two states are there. Q0 that we have defined for both 0 and 1, and Q0, Q1 we have defined for both 0 and 1. So it is satisfying the both the conditions. Every state has defined for 0 and 1, and at every state for every input it is having multiple it is having single output state. So this is clearly a DFA. Now my question is, what is the final states in the given NFA? In the given NFA, the final state is Q1, but in the DFA, we haven't get the Q1 state. Are you following? In the given NFA, this is the final state. Q1 is the final state, but in this is the DFA. In this DFA, we don't have the Q1 state. Then what will be the final state? So the final states are those, I repeat, the final states in the DFA are those containing the Q1. Why? Because Q1 is the final state in the given NFA. So whatever the state containing Q1, those will be the final states in the DFA. So what are the states containing Q1? This is the only state containing Q1. So this will be the final state. Okay. If you understand this one, I'll give you one question. You try that. Okay. So guys, initially I'm going slow. I'm explaining very in explanation. I'm taking them some time because every one of you are not the same. Some of you may be fast, some of you may be average. So I want to reach everybody. So once you come into my track, then I'll increase the speed little bit. Okay, can you repeat that question? Someone has asked me how it goes to Q0 and Q1. Can you repeat that question? Okay, I'm unable to go back to the screen, that WebEx application, because I have to close and everything. Just repeat the question. I will see that. One guy has asked me. One student has asked me. I didn't see that question. Please explain once how you get the 1 and 0 to Q0 1. Okay. Okay. Until this part, are you clear? Until this part, are you clear? Okay, Q0 is the initial state. That is, okay. I have taken Q0 on 0 is Q0. Okay. And Q0 on 1, it is Q0, Q1. So Q0 on 1, we are going to single state. And this state, I named it as Q0, Q1. Okay. Example, Kalyan is one name, Kumar is another name. Kalyan Kumar. I named it as Kalyan Kumar as a single name. Okay, like that. So Q0, Q1. Q0, Q1 is a single state. Okay. Now, here, one state we got is Q0. Already we had defined for this year. Here we have defined. And the new state is Q0, Q1. So, we must define for this state at Q0, Q1. We must define at this for this state at Q0, Q1. So that means in this Q0, Q1, if input 0 is given, what is the output state? That is what we must define. Okay. Now, this is the state. This is the state of combination of both Q0 and Q1. So for this reason, I will go to here Q naught, Q1. Q naught on 0, the state is Q naught. Q1 on 0, the state is Q naught. Then what is the combination of these two? That is only Q naught. So for this reason, in this state, if 0 comes, it will go to Q naught. That is what I wrote. Okay, na? I repeat, here, this is the combination of Q naught, Q1. Okay, for 0, Q naught on 0, Q naught, Q1 on 0, Q naught. The combination is Q naught. Similarly, for input 1, in this state for input 1, we must go here. So Q naught on 1, this is. Q1 on 1, this is. Then what is the combination of these Q naught, Q1 and Q1? What is the combination? Q naught, Q1. Okay. Okay, so in this state, if 1 comes, it remains in the same state only. Now, what are the states we got here? Q naught, already we have defined here, and Q naught, Q1, also we have, for that also we have defined here. So there is no new state. So we'll stop here. Now, what is the final state in the given NFA? This is the final state. Q1 is the final state. But here we don't have Q1, but we have combination of Q1. So whatever we have with the combination of Q1, that will be the final state. So this is the final state. Okay, is it clear, guys? If you are clear, I'll give you one question. Okay, shall I go forward? Now, take this question. Consider a DFA for the given NFA. Consider DFA for the given NFA. This is the question. I'll give you 2 minutes of time. Please try this one. Anybody done? Anybody completed this? Okay. Here, The initial state is Q naught. Whatever the initial state given in the NFA, the same will be the initial state in the DFA also. Okay. Now, Q naught is the initial state. Whatever the initial state in the given NFA, that will be the initial state here also. So Q naught is initial state. Now, here Q naught on 0. It is having multiple states. So that is the reason this is not the DFA. It is NFA. But in DFA, we will go to single state. So Q naught on 0 will go to single, and I will name that as Q naught Q1, the combination. Now, Q naught on 1, here it is single, so it is valid. I will take that only. Now, here we got two states. So this is the new state, and this is also new state. So you must define for this and also for this. I am taking Q naught Q1. Q naught Q1. Q naught Q1 on 0. So to check for this, to define for this, we must go to the NFA. In NFA, Q naught Q1, here Q naught and Q1. Q naught for 0, this is, and Q1 for 0, this is. So what is the combination of these three? Q naught Q1 on 0. The combination is Q naught Q1 only. So Q naught Q1 only. I am taking that. Okay. Now Q naught Q1 for input 1. Q naught Q1 for input 1. These are the output states. What is the combination? That is Q1 and Q2. Any doubt? Any doubt? Okay. Now, what is the new state we got here? Q naught Q1 already we have defined. The new states are Q2 and also Q1 Q2. So you can define for Q2 now or Q1 Q2, anything. You need not to follow any order. You can define for anything. I am taking Q1 Q2. This new state. So Q1 Q2. Q1 Q2 to define, you must go to the NFA. For Q1, this is the output state. For Q2, it is undefined. Here it is hyphen means it is undefined. So Q1 for Q1 on 0 Q naught, Q1 on 0 is Q naught, Q2 on 0 is undefined. And what is this combination? The combination is only Q naught. Q naught, one is Q naught, other one is nothing. So Q naught and nothing is Q naught. Now Q1 Q2 for input 1. Q1 Q2 for input 1. For Q1, this is the output. For Q2, these are two are the outputs. Then what is the combination of all these three? Is Q naught Q1. Okay. Now, what are the new states we got here? One is Q naught that already we have defined here, and the other one is Q naught Q1. For this already we have defined here for 0 and 1. Now what else? That is Q2. Q2 is left. So we must define for Q2 at Q2 for input 0. Here, what must we define? Here, in the given question, Q2 has not defined for input 0. Did you see here? This one. Q2 has not defined for input 0. So, if we don't define here also in DFA, then it won't be a DFA, because what is the rule in DFA? Every state must be defined for every input. So compulsory we must define at Q2 for input 0. So what shall I do? What shall I do? Okay, but it is undefined in the case of NFA. Here it is undefined. So even though it is undefined, In the case of DFA, we must define. For that reason, we will take a dummy state. That dummy state, we call it as a dead state. Dead state. So actually, the machine, if it is in Q0, it comes to Q2 on input 1. In Q2, if 0 comes, it will go to dead state. Okay, this dead state, you name it as Q3 or Q4 or anything. For easy identification, I'm naming it as 5. For easy identification, I am naming it as 5. And dead state is also one state. Okay, now, so Q2 on 0, it is undefined in the NFA, but we have defined in the DFA. We are going to the dead state, and that state I name it as 5. 5 it is 5. It is not compulsory to name it as a 5. You can name it as Q3, Q4, or anything. So every time naming is not compulsory. You can use any naming. Okay. So Q2 on 0, dead state. Now Q2 on 1. These two are the output states. So Q2 on 1 is Q0, Q1. Now, what is the new state here? What is the new state here? 5. 5 is also a state, that is dead state. Q2 on 0 will come to dead, and dead on 0 is dead. Dead on 1 is also dead. Means once if we reach the dead state, there in dead state, for every input symbol we remain in the dead state only. Okay, so for that reason, see, dead state is also a member of a family, member of DFA. So every state must be defined for every input. For this reason, I am taking this. Dead on 0 is dead, and dead on 1 is also dead. So how many total states? The total states are 5, including dead state you must count. Okay. So now look at this. Every state has defined for every input, and every place we have only a single output state for every input symbol. So this is a DFA. Do you have any doubt? Does anybody has any doubt? Okay, it's good. Now, if we are clear, okay, now look at this, the previous example. This is the NFA. In this, give me 1 second time. Hold on. Okay, in this given NFA, we have two states here. Two states, Q0, Q1. And this is the equivalent DFA. Here also we have two states. Therefore, if NFA is having n states, n, the DFA also may have the same number of states. Here we have two states in NFA, and DFA also two states. So NFA and DFA may have the same number of states. And coming back to the second question, in this NFA we have three states, whereas this is the DFA equivalent to that, we have 5 states. So NFA is having 3, DFA is having 5. So and DFA can have equal number of states or can have more number of states. Okay. Now take this question. the acceptability, this is the acceptability of NFA and DFA, acceptability of NFA and DFA in any language is, I repeat, the acceptability of NFA and DFA in any language is A, always same, B, always different, C, maybe same, and D, none. This is the question in the red color. The acceptability of NFA and DFA in any language is always same, always different, maybe same, maybe same or none. So C, maybe same. Oh, Jai. Maybe same. Piyush. Okay. Look at this. I am checking one language L1, some language L1. L1 is one language. To accept this L1, I have constructed some NFA. I have constructed some NFA, some non-decimal finite automata. I have constructed to accept L1. Now tell me, if NFA is accepting this L1, will be there a DFA which accept the same language L1? Say yes or no. Of course, it is yes, because this is the NFA and it is accepting L1. When NFA is there, for every NFA, we can construct an equivalent DFA. And like, okay, using that, I have constructed DFA. Means this DFA and this NFA are equal. That means whatever NFA is accepting, that will also be accepted by the DFA. Therefore, when NFA is accepting L1, definitely DFA is also there to accept the same language. Okay, now this time I have taken a different language L2, and to accept L2, this time I have constructed the DFA. Following, L2 is a different language. I have taken that, and for that I have constructed a DFA. This is the DFA. Now tell me, will be there a NFA? Will be there an NFA to accept the same language? Of course. Why? Because every DFA itself is a NFA. I told you earlier, every DFA is NFA, but every NFA is not a DFA. Okay, so as L2 is accepting by DFA, and that DFA is also NFA, and moreover, for a DFA, we can construct any number of NFAs. Okay, so next, I have taken L3, a different language, and I have decided that it is not possible to construct NFA to accept L3. Are you following? L3 is a different language I have taken, and I tried to construct NFA to accept L3, but after some time I came to know that it is impossible to construct NFA to accept L3. Now my question is, if NFA is not possible, can you consider DFA? Of course, it is impossible. Why? Because if DFA is there, if DFA itself is NFA, then NFA should be there to accept L3. Okay, when NFA is not there, how can be DFA is there? So DF is also not possible. Next, L4, a different language. For this language, I tried to construct a DFA, but I failed because DFA is not possible to construct for L4. Then will it be NFA possible? No, when DFA is not there, NFA is also not possible. So if you look at all these strings, in all these all these languages, L1 accepted both NFA and DFA. L2 accepted both NFA and DFA. L3 rejected by both, and L4 rejected by both. So whatever the language you take here, that language will be accepted by either both or rejected by both. So at any language, the acceptability or the recognizability of NFA and DFA will be always same. You got it? Any doubt? Hello? Any doubt? Okay. I'll go to the next question. This is already we have seen every DFA is also NFA, but every NFA is not DFA. Take this question. The number of states of a DFA, take the question, the number of states of a DFA equivalent to NFA, the number of states of a DFA equivalent to NFA of n states is A, always more, that is greater than n. Option B, always less, that is less than n. You can see on the board on screen. The number of states of a DFA equivalent to NFA of n states is, means if NFA is having n states, then how many states will be there in DFA? That is the question. If NFA is having n states, then how many states will be there in DFA? Always more than n, always less than n, and option C, always has 2 power n states, and D, sometimes less number of states. Times less number of states. Okay, I'll give you 1 minute of time. Try this one. A or C might be. Okay, A or C might be. Oh, anyone else? C or D. Mm-hmm. So everybody giving two answers. A or C or C or D like that. Oh, C. Okay. Always more. Sumit. Okay. If you really understood the previous two constructions, conversions, we did two questions, NFA, DFA. Based on that, easily you can answer this question. Okay, what is the question here? If NFA is having n states, NFA is having n states, how many states will be there in the DFA? Okay, we will go, sometimes you can choose the answer by elimination process. We may not know the exact answer. Even though we don't know the exact answer, we can choose the correct option by elimination process. Okay. Now, first option, always more than n. If NF is having n state, DFA will have always more than n. Let us see the example. We'll check this one. This is the first question we did. NFA is having two states and this is the DFA. This is NFA and this is the DFA. This is NFA and NFA is having two states and DFA is also having two states. Do you understand? Now, so when NFA is having two, DFA is having two. Therefore, when NFA is having n states, when NF is having n states, the DF is also can have n states. Okay, na? Therefore, come to this question. This is the question. This is the question. Okay, if NF is having n states, and the first question we have two, and DF is also having two, therefore DFA can have also two. If always more is correct option, what is the question here? If NF is having n state, then how many states will be there in the DFA? If always more is right answer, when the NF is having two states in the first question, then how many states should be there in the DFA? Either 3 or more. If always more is right answer, if more than n is right answer, when NFA is having two states, DFA should have either 3 or more. But how many states we have in the first question? We have equal. So always more is not correct option. Do you understand? Now, come to the second option, always less. If always less is correct, okay. In the first question, we have two states, and in the NFA, in the DFA, we have two. If always less is correct, when it has two states, how many states should it have? A one or less than one? Less than one is not possible. Or go to the second example. What is the second example? This is the second example. How many states we have here in NFA? This is the NFA. This is NFA. And this is the DFA. And on how many states we have here? NFA we have 3, whereas in DFA we have 5 states. Therefore, here NFA is having 3 and equivalent DFA we have 5 states. If it is always less is correct, when NFA is having 3 states, the DFA should have less than 3. But here we have 5. So this option is also not correct. So this is wrong. Now, and DFA should have always 2 power n. Okay. In the first question, we have 2 states. We have 2 states. If 2 power n is correct, how many states should we have? We must have 4 states, but we have 2 states. In the second question, in NF you have 3. If 2 power n is correct, what is 2 power 5? Okay, 2 power 5 I think is 32, na? 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 2s are okay, 32. But we have 5 states only. So this is also not correct. So when A, B, C are not correct, so obviously option D will be the right answer. So many of you are having the doubt. Sir, equal is possible. We have seen one example. More is possible. We have seen that also in the second example. Then how could have less number of states, sir? You may be having this kind of doubt. Okay, let me explain. Okay. Suppose I'm taking some NFA with 5 states. So for this NFA, I am constructing the DFA, and when I construct the DFA, I make it equal or more than that. Let it be more. I got 6 states. So more is possible or equal possible. Okay. So a DFA can have equal or more. Okay. There is one more concept, that is minimization of DFA, means reducing the number of states without affecting the function of the machine. Using that, the 6 states I reduced to 4. Okay, these two are equal and these two are equal, means equal, and these two means here these two DFAs. Okay. These two DFAs are equal and this NFA and DFA are equal, then definitely these two also can be equal, will be equal. So when NFA is having 5 states, the DFA can have same number or can be more than that or can be less than that. So here always more is wrong, always less is wrong, always equal is wrong, always 2 point is also wrong. So it can have equal or more or less. So according to this question, according to the option, sometimes can be less states. So this is the right answer. Okay, na? So minimization of the DFA concept I will tell you later. Okay, now my question is, I will change a little bit the same question. If NFA is having n states, then how many maximum number of states the DFA can have? Same question, I will change like this. The maximum number of states, the maximum number of states of a DFA equivalent to NFA of n states. Suppose if NFA have 3 states, if you convert it to DFA, how many maximum states we can have? Then please answer, anybody? And NFA is having, that's good. I got the answer. So if there are n states in the NFA, then the DFA maximum will have 2 power n. So note this point. Note this point. The maximum number of states of a DFA. Note the point. The maximum number of states of a DFA equivalent to n of a. Equivalent to n of a of n states. Of n states is 2 to the power of n. 2 to the power of n. Okay. Are you clear? If you are ready, I will give you one tricky question. Based on the same concept, I don't go beyond the concept. I will give you question within the concept only. Are you ready? Or do you want me to explain it in the previous concept? Yes, sir means what? Explanation for the previous or question? What do you want to me explain? Can you ask me? Someone has explanation they asked. Oh, ready for next. Does anyone has, okay, leave it. Does anyone has any doubt? Please, I will explain one more time if you have any doubt. Yeah, Jay, which one? Which one? You are asking Jay, explain which one you are you want me to explain. Last one, that is the maximum Maximum only? Okay, I will repeat here. Okay. So, see, if NFA is having 4 states, if you convert into DFA, the DFA may have equal or DFA may have more states, okay, or it can have less number of states also. See, every time these are all not fixed. It may have 4 equal, it may be more than 4, it may be less than 4, and the maximum 2 power 4, that is 16. When you have 4 states in the NFA, if you convert into DFA, the DFA will have maximum 16 states. So more than 16 you won't get. So this is anything, anyone can happen. So not always 4, not always more 4, or not always less number of 4, okay, not always 2 power 4. Anyone can happen. Okay. So coming to this question, what is given here? The number of states in general. If NF is having n states, how many states will be there in DFA? DFA can have equal, or can be more, or can be less, or can be 2 power n. But in the options, what is given? Always. Always more is not possible. Always less is not possible. Always 2 power n is also not possible. So sometimes it can be anything. It can be equal, can be more, can be less, can be 2 power n. So according to this question, this is the right answer. Okay. Now, if I change the question like this, what is the maximum number of states of a DFA? If NFA is having n states, what is the maximum? Already I told you here. If the NFA is having 4 states, then the maximum number of states will be 2 power 4. So based on that, the maximum number of states is always 2 power n. Okay, are you clear? Jai and others? Anyone else? Are you clear? Hello? Thank you. Now this is a tricky question. Okay. First I explain the question, then I'll dictate the question. Just listen the question now. Suppose there are 10 states in NFA. If you construct an equivalent DFA, what is the maximum number of states in the DFA? Listen my question. What is the maximum number of states? No doubt 2 power 10 is the maximum. So more than that you don't get. Are you following? If NFA is having 10 states, then DFA will have 2 power 10 maximum. This is not my question. How many maximum states are there in DFA if NFA is having 10 states? That you can answer. You will answer easily. Answer is 2 power n. Now my question is, in this 10, suppose 3 are final states. If 3 are final states, then how many will be non-final? The remaining will be non-final. 7 will be non-final. Are you following? Okay. There is an NFA with 10 states. Out of 10, 3 are final and 7 are non-final. Now my question is, if NF is having 10 states, out of which 3 are the final, then what is the maximum number of final states in the DFA? Do you understand my question? I didn't ask you the maximum number of states of DFA. What is the maximum number of final states in the DFA? Okay, so take this question. See, the maximum number of final states of the DFA equivalent to NFA of 10 states. Of 10 states, out of which 3 are the final states is 2 cube, 2 cube, yeah, 2 cube, option B, 3 into 2 power 7, option C, 7 into 2 power 3, option D, 7 into 2 power 7. Repeat options. Yeah, you can see on the board, on the screen, 2 cube, 2 power 3. Option B, 3 into 2 power 7. Is the screen is not visible? This is the question, boss. Nobody? Hello? 7 into 2 power 3. Okay, you can use A, B, C, D options. If you get different answer, then say none. I have given the choices. Choice A, B, C, D, 4 options. If you are getting a different answer, then say that answer or say none. Okay, I'll go for the explanation. Now listen. There are 10 states in the NFA. Then if there are 10 states, then maximum will be 2 power 10. Okay? If suppose all these 10 are non-final, I repeat, yeah, 7 into 2 power 7, someone has given the answer, it's good. It's good. Okay. Now come to this NFA. If there are 10 states and if all these 10 are non-final, okay, whatever the number of states in the NFA, if you convert into DFA, you will have 2 power 10 maximum. Okay, now my question is, when all these 10 are non-final, Then what about these 2 power 10? Are these all are non-final? Or all these 2 power 10 all are final? Or in these 2 power 10, some are final, some are non-final? So definitely when there is no final states in NFA, when all these 10 are non-final states, then if you convert into into DFA, all these 2 power 10 will be non-final states only. When we don't have the final in NFA, we don't get the final in DFA also. Okay, now, but what it is given, NFA has final states. Okay, now how many states are there in NFA? 10 states. If we convert into DFA, we will have 2 power 10 maximum. And this in this 10 states, 3 are final and 7 are non-final. So some are final, some are non-final. Okay, if we convert into DFA, we will have 2 power 10 maximum states. Now, what about this 2 power 10? Are these all are final, or all these no, all are non-final, or some are some final, some are non-final? Definitely in 2 power 10, some will be final, some will be non-final. So when we converted NFA to DFA, if NFA is having both final non-final, in DFA will have both final non-final. So these 2 power 10 are some are final and some are non-final. So together, all together, 2 power 10 will be total states in DFA. Okay, just forget about this constraint, just leave entire this data. Freshly I am taking a different NFA, forget about this entire data. If the NFA is having 7 states, if I convert into DFA, so definitely we will have 2 power 7. Yes or no? If NFA is having 7 states, if we convert into DFA, we will have 2 power 7 maximum. Now, if all these 7 states are non-final, example, in this NF, if all these 7 are non-final, then if we convert it to DFA, we'll have maximum 2 power 7, 2 power 7. All these 2 power 7 will be non-final only, because in NFA there is no final state. Then all these will 2 power 7 will be non-final only. Okay, na? Now, I am coming back. NFA is having 10 states. If you convert into DFA, it will contain 2 power 10. This 2 power 10 is both final and non-final. Now, any finite automata, either NFA or DFA, this is this right equation or not? In any automata, the total states are both final and non-final. Okay, now I am talking about the DFA. DFA, the total states are 2 power 10. Okay, 2 power 10. And this 2 power 10 is both final plus non-final. Okay, both final plus non-final. Here in this NFA, total are 10. Out of 10, 3 are final and 7 are non-final. So from this 7 non-final, if you convert into DFA, how many maximum you will get? You will get 2 power 7. I repeat, in this NFA, you have 10 states. Out of 10, 7 are non-final. From these 7 non-final, maximum states we will get is 2 power 7 non-final. So coming to this equation, the total states in the DFA is 2 power 10. That is both final plus non-final. Final we don't know. And non-final is 2 power 10. 2 power 7. Here, this one. 2 power 7. Okay, now solve this. Final implies final states equal to 2 power 10 minus 2 power 7. 2 power 10 we can write it as 2 cube into 2 power 7. If I take 2 power 7 common, 2 cube minus 1. 2 cube is 8. 8 minus 1 is 7. 7 into 2 power 7. So 7 into 2 power 7 is the right answer. Okay, someone has given this answer. So copy this if you want. Okay. So today we have seen what is, till now we have seen what is finite automata and what is the structure of finite automata, how we have finite automata can accept the strings, and what is NFA, what is DFA, and conversion to NFA DFA, and based on NFA and DFA, we did some questions. Okay, and this is what else is equal to. Okay, does anyone has any doubt? Does anyone has any doubt? So that's all for today's class, and for tomorrow. You will get the timings from your concerned faculty. Okay. So next class is very important. I will go for conception of DFAs. So don't miss it. From conception of DFAs, it will be very interesting, and you will see the more questions from the previous gate. Okay. Thank you.